Hello, this is Sid and Emma from Tokyo. What are we doing here?
Okay, we're going to give you an update in about 2 or 3 minutes about what our life has looked like, especially over this past year, because 2020 has been quite a crazy year. So when did things get crazy for us, 2020?
So since March, the church has been meeting via Zoom, and we haven't had a physical gathering since then. But even though we have been meeting via Zoom, we've been able to connect with people outside of Sunday context, either through a picnic outside or going to visit each other at different places. And so we have been able to still develop relationships and deepen our relationships with people in our community. And one of them in particular, one of the husbands who is not yet a believer, who's married to one of our members, he has been attending our Sunday gathering since the beginning of this year. That he's said he's never going to become a Christian many times before, but he's been asking questions, and we have been having lunches almost weekly since COVID started. And so he's been engaged spiritually, and we're just praying that God will really draw him to himself and reveal the glories of Jesus to him.
So I think in general, I think in 2020, the relationships of our church have deepened in a unique way that I don't think would have been possible if it wasn't for COVID. So we're definitely seeing things that we didn't expect to see and how God's working, and our community's tiny and our Zoom screen only has about 6 to 7 windows open. So it's still a small community, but we've been in very close contact, which has been really exciting.
People are feeling the effects of COVID and isolation and loneliness and despair from all of this, all the effects that COVID has brought. And we want to be a community of love that reaches out and to share the hope of the gospel.
So that also takes a lot of time, because I've been meeting, for example, with one of the ladies who, she's a really good friend of mine for about 6 years. She's not a believer yet, and her mom is going through some significant mental health challenges that kind of put her in the statistic that Sid is just talking about. And so just meeting with her and helping her to see light and to see hope in her dark world, that's taken a lot of time, but the community has been able to, a few of them have been able to come around, and so it's not just me hanging out with her and meeting with her for coffee and supporting her, trying to support her.
Yeah, so even though 2020 has been a crazy year for, I'm sure, all of us, we have much to be grateful to God for. He has protected us health-wise, and we're still able to deepen relationships within our community. We don't know what 2021 is going to bring, but we trust that God is going to keep building His church and keep advancing the gospel and using weak people like us to proclaim the gospel of Jesus for His saving work in other people's lives.
Thanks, and thanks also for some of you who've made just special ways to be connected to us. I know this 2020 has brought the whole world closer, because everybody knows what Zoom is now, and so we've been able to contact a lot more people, and so that's been great. And so I just want to personally just thank you for reaching out to us and checking on how we're doing, and for your prayers as well. So thank you.
Thanks so much.